I actually have a very interesting example that just happened as recent as yesterday. So, Stefan, when I wanted to start this show, maybe 2, 3 years ago, I had a specific look for it from cinematic elevation and, and quality, etc. And that was quite difficult to produce back then because everything is super expensive and everything needs to be staged and, you are on a set, etc. We could do, and then we did the prototype for the cinema experience, etc. And then we said, okay, maybe we need to try that out a couple of years later and see, if we have better budgets, etc. Didn't really think that it would actually be much, much easier with what AI is doing at the moment. What we actually tried to do when AI came is, again, on the level of like, okay, rather than looking for stock videos, should we do our B-rolls and then they are much more expressive or much more relevant? Now, one of the team members who happens to combine a lot of capabilities, he comes from cinema background and also does play with few things in the visual field, started to actually experiment and start to produce things for us and also for himself. All of a sudden, a lot of people are calling him up. And all of a sudden, 2 days ago, he was part of producing a mega ad for a large telco group. Okay. So it was very astonishing for me as much it is for him. Like, why all of a sudden everyone is calling me up and, and they need me now and stuff like that. And then I saw the quality of the work, and his work was better than 8 team members that are actually doing the same thing, but they're not able to get this because he now understands the tool, but he actually comes from cinema background. See, so he is a director, and he always tells people how it looks like, what angles, what colors, whatever. But others people do it. Now he can do it himself. And then we started to think like, okay, now wait a minute. So we're trying to just create our own b-rolls, but it is a podcast, it is an episode, etc. And then I was sharing with him like, do you think we can actually create a drama series at some point? Do you think, I mean, that's a dream. Do you think we can have OOMPH Originals as like a full scale production at some point that is looking at specific concept or idea or whatever? Now it is the other way around, right? Like, okay, if I'm the one who has the vision for this, but I didn't know the capabilities, or I knew the capabilities in a specific level. Now we worked on something and then we are offered with with response and probably capability that's much, much further. And then you start to re-question like, okay, what could now the ambition actually be?
Super cool example. And I think especially the second part where you go from a super empowered expert that kind of knows something and elevates that to another level because now they can, collaborating with other people and bouncing that to something original. I think that is the exact point where the magic will happen.